Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Talos Golem here with another video and got some announcements for you. I know that there's a bunch of noise going on with respect to the new set coming out, but I've got some personal stuff. So they had tumor boards this week to discuss my case, and I have cancer. Let's just be very clear about something. It is a mild lymphoma. It is like one of the most indolent, which means not aggressive, types of cancer out there. It's very easily treatable. They're going to take it out, and that's going to be the end of that. So I don't want to scare my viewers. I know it's a little stressful, scary, but I just want y'all to know I'm going to be okay. Some people are actually relieved to hear it's only a marginal zone lymphoma and nothing worse. Apparently, when you have Sjogren's, you tend to get these. It's like comes with the package, I guess. Yeah, just bad luck, I guess. Born with I don't even know if I don't even know if it's genetic. There's been a lot of like controversy around that. Not controversy, but like it's just not well understood. The pathogenesis of these autoimmune diseases. But yeah, autoimmune diseases are just that's just what they are. They're just the body attacking itself. When it attacks itself enough times, it can induce a chronic proliferating process where you get a bunch of cells replicating, and that's someone in the comments said mitosis, and that's exactly what it is, just dysregulated mitosis. And yeah, I'm either gonna need chemo, radiation, or something like that. Maybe I might not. If they take out the entire thing, it might be curative. That just might be the end of it. So whatever it is, I'm in good hands. I told you that before. I'm a doctor. I'm getting the best care from other doctors. Um, I'm doing well otherwise, and the thing is, like, everyone talks about how, oh, cancer this, cancer that, but what's going to kill you faster than cancer is heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, right? And I don't have any of that stuff. My cholesterol's been perfect. My sugar's been great. I don't have diabetes. I don't have anything really. Just a matter of getting everything set up so that I can have a good future with a good family and pay off the bills, and be able to live a long enough life to be with my family. And I think that one of the issues that I had was I was working so much to make extra money, and I think I need to just kind of relax and not worry so much about that. I'm making great money already. I don't need to take extra shifts. I don't need to do all these extra things. I mean, yeah, I don't mind working extra shifts here and there, but I really do think that my life will be like 10 times better if I just took it easy. And this game is a lot of fun. It's been a nice escape from everything. But like I said before, it is what it is, and it's one of the better types of cancers to get. Yeah, it is a C word, and a lot of people who are not in the medical field are, concerned, obviously, but excuse me, it is genuinely like one of the better things to have. Like, if you're gonna get cancer, this would be the cancer to get, honestly. But it does mean I probably will need close monitoring. We'll need to have doctor appointments. Need to make those, and that's just the way it goes. Sometimes, you get bad luck, and you get treated, and that's the end of that. Nice. We got a deluxe pack. Let's see what we open. It's always a chance for something good in these packs, but nope, there's just a regular EX here. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else I can do in this app. I think that I have all the promos, but I just want to make sure. So let me go to search promo, and let me just make sure I have all the promos that I need. Let's see. Okay, there's the Charcadet. Yeah, I have everything pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. One Small Live, and then Charcadet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have everything I need. let's go to the shop and just check it out one more time. Make sure. Shop, I think. And then I guess the question is, what do I want to exchange for? Um, because there's the promo cards. Yeah, I'll grab another Palmy, I guess. Just so I can use that ticket on something. And then for the promo here, I have all these cards. So what do I have the least of, I guess, is the question. Might as well get another Charcadet, right? The problem is the Charcadet, I don't have the rainbow version of the other thing. And I don't even know if I want it, honestly. Let me just go back and check to see one more time what I'm missing. I'm not missing anything, but like what's the card I have the least of? So I can get that one. The Friggy-backs, yeah, I mean, I guess I can take another Friggy-backs. Yeah, I'll take another Friggy-backs. It's not like I'm going to get a Crown Rare Baxcalibur, but at least I can, if anything, if they allow trading of promos, I could always trade for one. So let's get the Friggy-backs. And yeah, some people would rather have the full art, but I already have 4 of those, so it's not a problem. And then let's just go ahead and complete more missions, shall we? Armor Rouge. Yeah, it would be nice to get a rainbow rare version of that. Let's go to battles, and we'll just keep chatting away. This looks like it's going to end soon, so let's just do a little more. Let's just do a little bit more of this. So yeah, I think I'm going to make this a little longer form video so that I can chit chat with y'all about my diagnosis and kind of like where I'm at right now. So Sjogren's is a disease where you have a autoimmune, like antibodies attacking like your salivary glands and your whole body. Basically your whole body gets affected. Like I get constipation, I get dry mouth, dry skin, dry eyes. I don't think I have any skin manifestations because I had a skin biopsy and it just showed eczema. But yeah, it just stinks, to have a debilitating disease like this and not know about it for 2 decades and have all these recurrent lip surgeries, all these like things like the tooth infections and all this. It's all coming together. It's a unifying diagnosis that makes a lot of sense because these people with Sjogren's, they tend to get cancer, this type of cancer. It's very common. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I couldn't change. The doctors all said, there's nothing you could have done to prevent this. It's just something that you get. Maybe, I follow with rheumatology, get put on some, immunologic medications, and then, I guess that maybe that'll reduce the risk of future recurrence. But I'm getting my surgery done next week. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting this whole thing behind me, and I feel like I'm doing all the right things in life otherwise, Because at the end of the day, as I mentioned before, my blood work has all been normal, no diabetes, no high cholesterol. My blood pressure's been a little high lately because of all the stress, but I've known to have good blood pressure, and I think that everything is going to be okay. I just need to say that internally for myself. I am taking a few days off from work just so I can get myself situated. I have a really good support system. I have a lot of people who are, very supportive. My bosses have been supportive. They all know the situation, or at least some of them do. And yeah, it's one of those things where you just have to get it taken care of. And that's just the end of that. Armor Rouge, I don't know about this card. It's really good, but like I mean the armor ability is obviously very very strong, but I just have a lot of reservations about the fact that you have to remove an energy from it. Like that in itself is kind of annoying. Excuse me. But I understand it's a very good card. I don't know if I myself will be playing it. I feel like these water decks are like way stronger in my opinion. And I don't know. I could definitely see myself playing a Gyarados deck with like Mega Gyarados and Misty, something like that. we'll see. I'm trying to figure out like what kind of decks I want to play, and it seems like there's a lot of different options out there. All right. Well, Armor Rouge is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And yeah, I'm just kind of relaxing. I'm taking some time off. I'm gonna relax. I was talking to my coworkers yesterday, and they were like, "Yeah, if I were you, I would take the opportunity to take some time off." Not, and then they were saying, they weren't even worried about the cancer. They were like, because they didn't think it was anything, which it really isn't. Like it's like genuinely very good prognosis. Um, Prognosis means, if in case you don't know what prognosis is like what are the chances of like survival, of good outcome, things like that. When prognosis is good, that's a very good thing. That means forget about the disease. You're gonna live a long life, right? Um, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm keeping an open mind. I am. I think I'm doing all the right things in life, and I think everything's gonna be okay. It is scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have been a little bit afraid, um, but it seems like it's overall a very reassuring picture, and I just have to keep saying that to myself. That everything's gonna be okay internally, and that I'm gonna live a long life. It's not easy to say that because obviously you get anxiety, you get all these things, but I genuinely have to say that to myself because it is objectively the truth. It's not like false reassurance. It's not like I'm saying something that isn't true. I'm genuinely looking at this in the most objective way possible because I tend to be someone who is very pessimistic about things. I tend to look at things at the worst case scenario. And you got to understand something. As a doctor, I treat people who are dying or close to, the end of their life. And that's a very serious stage in life that does require addressing. And based on what the doctor is saying, I'm nowhere near that stage of my life where we should think about hospice or palliative care. It's more just a matter of the psychiatric component of it, right? The behavioral component. Just being able to understand that I have a good support system, and it's not like I'm in denial or anything. It's like I'm just trying to look at this objectively, and having people who are telling me it's going to be okay to believe that it's going to be okay, right? That's the biggest thing, is understanding that everything's going to be okay, and that there's nothing to worry about. Um, it is scary, and I think I'm just gonna take some time off and try to relax. I've got some friends who want to, like, see me and stuff, and overall, I think that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream. I've been wanting to stream, but given the circumstances, I think I'm gonna have to pass on streaming at least for the time being. I'll probably will have to pass on doing giveaways at least for the time being until I get this thing taken care of. Um, and yeah, I mean it's just it's serious, but I think overall I'm much happier than I was before. Let's see where we are right now. Okay, so this is okay, I guess. Problem is 100 damage for 2 energy is good, but it's not going to be able to KO the Moltres. We're going to have something a little stronger than that. I see that we have a Giratina. We can use Cyrus if they decide to switch. Um, they're going to accelerate here, which stinks. Um, keep missing, please. Yes! Perfect. All right. Well, we need another Froakie in order to get a Greninja going, but we also would need another rare candy too. So I'm not 100% sure if this deck is good. Obviously, it's the best version of the good deck that I already play, but 100 damage for 2 energy is good. I just don't think it's like amazing. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, this Greninja is very, very powerful. But I think the regular Greninja is also just as good. 2 energy for 80 damage is honestly pretty good. Plus, you can deal 20 to anything you want. You can distribute that 20 however you want. You don't get Shifting Stream, but Shifting Stream is actually, yeah, it's a pretty good ability. I'll be honest with you, very very good ability. Um, yeah, I mean that's the way it is sometimes. Just get bad luck, and I'm gonna take some time to enjoy myself. I'm gonna try to spend some time with my family because I haven't spent enough time with my family. I've been working constantly, and I need the time off, to be the best that I can be, to do the best things in life. Um, I've already done so much, but there's so many more things I want to do to make the world better. I've always said to myself, if there is one thing I can do in this world, it's to make the world a better place than I left it. And unfortunately, with all the political landscape and everything that's going on, I don't know if the world is necessarily better than it was before, but I can at least leave some sort of imprint on it, even if it's saving a few more lives, um, even if it's uh, doing like making someone smile, making someone happy, um, even if it's giving being a positive influence on people's lives. I think at the end of the day, I just need to tell myself that, hey, everything's gonna be okay, and that's just the way the world is. You get the C word, and you get it taken care of, and that's about it. So, oh come on, are you serious? So I'm gonna lose here now? Dang. All right. Well, we tried. I really thought that we were gonna win. We were just like one Froakie away from winning because if we had gotten the Greninja, we would have been able to deal 20. But sucks to suck, I guess. We'll try again. We've got a ways to go. I want to try to complete as much of this as we can, so that we can like move on with this game. There is ranked happening as well that we could play, but I don't really want to play too much ranked. I've already got a lot on my plate. Plus, I've got all this other these projects that I'm working on, and I'll be honest with you, the projects have not stopped. If anything, I've wanted to continue with some of these projects. I'm definitely not spending money anytime soon on any like non-discretionary things. Not because I don't need to. Actually, just so you know, like the healthcare that I'm getting is pretty much free. Like because I already am a doctor. I'm in the health network that um, everything is like my insurance is really really good. So I don't really need to worry about the cost of things. Although it is something that depending on if I have to be on like chemo radiation or whatever, like I don't know what the logistics are behind that, but financially I'm doing really well, and that's also very important too, right? Just being able to do all the right things in life and be responsible with your money, because this is a wake up call, right? You never know what is the dealio with life. Sometimes you get diagnosed with cancer, sometimes you have a kid, and that changes your entire life. I went from being this single guy, or not single, but like I went from being like a married guy with like all this money to spend on stuff, to all of a sudden having well, I guess a few like years ago I was single, right? So years ago went from being a single guy who was just enjoying spending money on Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, having a YouTube channel where I just had the time of my life, to now having a much broader scope of reality, having a more mature perspective on life, realizing that being responsible is so important when it comes to like life in general. You never know what life is going to hit you with. So it's just so critical that you are just responsible. So let's see what we got here. We got professor's research, another professor's research. We've got a lot of trainers in our hands. Um, okay, we are going to hopefully win, I think. No, it'll depend on, yeah, because it's super effective. Okay, well the potion changes things. It's gonna take some time for this to happen, but they're gonna eat 20 damage from the Rocky Helmet, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna deal like another 50 damage to them. Oh, we do win here, because we deal 20 with Greninja, and then we just win, I think, right? 60 plus 20 is 80. Minus 30 is 50. So we have exactly enough damage. Cool. Yeah, Armor Rouge is definitely a very powerful card. Just being able to soak up all that damage with armor is very, very good. For that to be a fire type card is also very unfair because fire has been known to be very, very powerful. But we got the time hourglasses, which the Wonder Pick hourglasses, which is really nice. Let's keep going. Let's see what we got, and I can obviously keep sharing some stories here. So I know we talked about a lot of finances in this video, and sometimes we do talk a little bit, not like heavy on politics, but just a little bit about enough about politics that in the context of like Pokemon spending and collecting and all that stuff. I'm not a collecting channel, but I do watch other people who collect. I watch people who open packs, and I it's very interesting to me, right? The whole landscape of like rip and ship or open packs and like hold on to value and financial aspects of like investing in card stock is a very interesting concept. I don't think I'm going to be the one to do a lot of it. I did buy some products before and held on to it, but that didn't turn out to be really good, a really good idea. So it really is just a matter of, just keep an open mind about it, right? You can watch videos and see what people are doing. It doesn't necessarily mean you should commit to committing to something. Because remember, if you spend money on something, you're basically marrying yourself to that decision. When I spent money on this game, I was marrying myself to committing to play more of this game. Although that turns out that's not necessarily the case because I have a Magic the Gathering Arena account with a bunch of it's got a huge collection. And the problem with Magic is that it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I can only spend so much money on like one thing, right? If you play Magic Arena, you play Magic Online, you spend money on that. You play Clash Royale, you spend money on that. You play TCG Pocket, you spend money on that. Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, you spend money on that. It would be impossible. You would have no job, you would have no security. You could be a millionaire and you could just blow all that money away on whatever you wanted. And it doesn't matter how rich you are, it doesn't matter how wealthy or well off you are. Um, you have to do the right things for yourself and your family sometimes, and that's just the way it works. All right, well, I think that we do have it here. Yeah, we're going to be able to deal 20 with the Greninja, and then we could probably just attack with the other Greninja, I'm thinking. Yeah, they're going to want to do that, I think. I do like the Giratina in this deck, too. It's a very nice addition. I think that it's a really good card. And just having a one single copy is very, very good. You don't want to have more than one copy because you only really need one copy. Because if you have two copies, it gets awkward when it comes to like ending the turn. Because which one are you going to end the turn with, right? But yeah, no, this is pretty good overall. Let's keep going here. I want to finish this off and then maybe call it quits with the video. Hopefully we can play 2 more battles. And this will be a bit longer of a video so that I can chat with y'all. But yeah, I think that the cancer diagnosis, even though it is a good cancer, generally speaking, it's a very good cancer. Good prognosis. The fact of the matter is cancer is cancer. To a lot of people who aren't in the medical field, they're not going to understand that. The tumor markers, the tumor burden was very low. So overall, very good prognosis. And things are going to be okay. I just need to really make this as a wake-up call because there are modifiable risks and there's non-modifiable risks. My understanding is that this was not something that was under my control. I could not prevent myself from getting this type of cancer. It was just one of those things where like I just had it and there's nothing I could do about it. You just have it because you have a disease called Sjogren's, which predisposes you to this disease, to this malignancy. So that's just the way it works. I can reduce possibly the future risk. Don't quote me on this because I still need to do more research. But my understanding is that if I take more disease-modifying agents if I treat the underlying Sjogren's, that will reduce my risk of having lymphomas in the future. So overall, I'm pretty positive. Gosh, it just stinks to have like the C word, because right, because like in the future it definitely tells me I'm probably gonna get something again, but you can't really think that way, right? You just have to keep being positive, and that's all you can really do. All right, so we got Professor's Research here. We got the Greninja. I was hoping to get the other type of Greninja, but this Greninja is fine too. Probably just put an energy on Suicune and call it a day. The Froakie is nice. Ultimately, we want to put another energy on the Greninja so that we can attack with Greninja. Suicune EX is a very good card. I like the Immersive. This is one of the few cards where the Immersive is really beautiful. Where I think it's worth it to play the Immersive version over the 2-star version. Wow, a big hit here. 5 energy on Charcadet. Wow. Let's draw some more cards here. We'll get the Cyrus, the Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet's good. I wouldn't necessarily put the Rocky Helmet on the Suicune, but I understand why they did that. Probably would have done it on the Greninja, honestly, but I think this is fine too. What it means is that, they're going to evolve into Armarouge, they're going to attack me, they're going to take 20 damage, and then we're going to be able to do some real good damage here later on. I just hope it doesn't use Giratina's ability to end the turn. That's the one thing that scares me about the bot sometimes. It doesn't necessarily do the right thing. But at the very least, you'll get something out of the exchange. All right, well, it did take 20 here. So it's back to its baseline because of the Giant Cape. We're going to get to Arita, I think. It's going to probably... Okay, it's not going to Arita just yet. I think it's just going to use Greninja first. And I think it should Arita at least. Oh, it's not going to Arita. Okay. Probably thinking that it doesn't need it. Although, I don't know about that. I think that it's still probably pretty useful to have an Arita. Oh, no. Cyrus. We'll see how this goes. Not looking too hopeful, but it is what it is. And, yeah, that's the way it works sometimes. All right, well, we're going to definitely KO this Armarouge, which is good. We are going to be able to do some good here. Hope y'all are having a good day. Probably better than the day I have, but I will say my day isn't even that bad, considering that a lot of people are pretty relieved to know that I don't have a bad disease right now. It's pretty indolent. Indolent means not aggressive. Indolent means like, it's good prognosis. So, looks like we got the dubs here with the Suicune. What I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and... I think there's one more game that we can play here. Yeah, let's go ahead and play that one more game with the last battle. We're going to do this. And, yeah, we'll see how this goes. So, as we wrap up this video, I just want to thank everyone for all your support. My other YouTube channel has been getting really big. This channel also 17,000 subscribers. Like, that's pretty crazy, right? Can't really be too upset about that. Seems like I've got a really good support system at home, a good family. And like I said before, the only thing that I really care about is living long enough to pay the mortgage and supporting my daughter and my wife and everything. So, it is what it is. And I'm just trying to be positive, get the procedure done, doing everything I can in life, I think that everything's going to be okay. Moltres doing absolutely no work here with the Inferno Dance. Who cares if it hits anything? Oh, that's two energy is good because that means it is putting energy on absolutely nothing. What we'll do is I'm actually going to stop the auto here because I don't know if I can trust it to do everything I want it to do. Let's put an energy on Suicune. Sometimes it just ends the turn with Giratina without actually putting an energy on Suicune. And that could be a disaster. So we're not going to let that happen. I'm going to manually play this out. I'm going to end the video on a good note. And hopefully that'll be the end of that. So unfortunately, Moltres isn't weak to fire. It's oddly enough weak to electric, which doesn't really make that much sense to me. 'Cause, I mean, I get it. It's a flying type, but I think of it more as a fire Pokemon than a flying type Pokemon. But I guess the devs seem to disagree on that. Gonna at least do some damage here. Draw some cards. Hopefully we can get a Greninja soon and we can end this. I was hoping that we'd be able to finish this off pretty quickly, but seems like that's not gonna happen. It's gonna deal a Heat Blast. It's gonna deal 20 damage. So if we can get it down to 80 and then deal another 20, get it down to 60, that'd be great. Let's use Professor's Research. Okay, good. We got the Greninja, so that means we do win here. Good. Well, this was a very good game. I'm very glad to see it all worked out for me. And with that said, I want to thank everyone for your support. I know that it isn't easy talking about cancer or anything like that, but that's the kind of world we're in right now. That's the situation I'm in right now. It happens to 40% of Americans. It happens to, I don't know, like 20% of people in the world wide or something like that. Crazy to think that more people in America get cancer than anywhere else, right? I don't know if anywhere else, I don't know if that's true, but like it's just more common in America. But yeah, that's just the way it is. And it's not a bad type of cancer to have. If you have to get cancer, it's honestly not a terrible one. Some people don't even treat it. Some people do a watch and wait approach. Some people, they live their entire lives not even knowing what it is. I'm just glad I know what it is now. I'm just glad that I have some sort of answers to it. And I'm definitely looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to making more videos. I plan to make more videos on this channel and on I Sleep Too Late. I want to thank everyone for your support. I'm going to be letting y'all know how things go on the Discord. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.